Tale for April 14th, or any time that you happen to find this. I started this channel because I really wanted to just kind of, as a gift, give a little peek into the energy of the kind of the whole sort of like I guess I could say the group, whoever ends up finding these, basically any people that are, you know how you just kind of are surfing sometimes and then you happen upon something and it resonates with you. So hopefully this will resonate with you, and if it does, you'll come back. Please, if you don't mind, like, if you do like it. If it's a sincere response, please like. And please like, and then, you know, subscribe. They always say that stuff. Please like and subscribe. Or don't. Whatever you feel moved to do. This is the very first deck that I ever had, that I read with, that I chose for myself. And it is not true. It's a rumor. It's a myth that someone has to gift you a deck of tarot cards. I've bought tons of decks. I've been given decks. I've given them as gifts. I've given both the new ones and used ones. But this one's really good. It has astrology on it. And it was a really great deck to kind of learn. It just called to me. So whatever kind of motivates you, if you feel attracted to a certain deck, then that's the one that you should get. So, okay. Let's get into this stuff. So, wow. We have the Emperor reversed as our first card. So I feel like things have been really hard and really tense, and you've been trying to like establish some kind of order, and it's just not working right now. And don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Things are going to get easier. Venus is now direct. It's going to take a few days to get all the way out of the wobble and the shadow, but good things are ahead. Mars is already direct. It was retrograde for quite a while, and Mercury is also direct. So we've got everything kind of moving in a positive direction, so don't give up now, okay? And yeah. I love this because they have the different images on these cards on this deck. And so this is called debauchery. But really what this is, it's like when you are just completely distracted, like you're emotionally overwrought. This is like being emotionally overwrought, overwhelmed, saying. When you're just so overwhelmed emotionally, you've been through like so much that you just kind of are in like sort of a freeze mode. And so you're just kind of reaching for things that feel better. You know, like you're very distracted. You're in a place where you're searching for things that are just going to get you through. You know, that song, whatever gets you through the night. That song kind of like, you probably don't know it. But if you do, it's a John Lennon song. It's a great song. But anyway, if you feel that way, the best thing to do is do something that comforts you, but then also sit down, give yourself like time to kind of like sort your head out. Like journaling is a great way to do it. Doing some Kundalini meditation where you really get grounded, and you know, call someone that helps you feel better and not worse, hopefully. When you're feeling like this, it can be tempting sometimes to go, you know, hook up with somebody or do something that feels better, but later you might not be glad that you did that. So just give yourself kind of some grace to move through whatever that funk is, because these emotions do pass. You know, they rise up like waves, and you know, they sometimes they're tsunamis, sometimes it's some life event that's so traumatic, you know, such a big loss that you can't just ride this one wave because it wipes everything out. And that happens in life. I'm not going to sugarcoat that. That does happen. And I hope that that's not where you're at. If you are in that space, I would recommend asking people to pray with you, sit with you, help you ride that out. Because the thing is about if it's a great loss, we as humans have the capacity to love infinitely, and that is so gorgeous. But the thing about that is, the flip side of that is that when we lose someone or something that we love deeply, deeply, the grief is also kind of an infinite thing. And I feel like it was a mistake for people to say that you just get over things, because we don't just get over things. It's like you kind of more learn to kind of walk around the wounds until you can kind of get through it. You just know that you're not expected to like respond in a certain way. So if that's you and you're dealing with just cataclysmic pain, then you're probably going to, if you're in that place, give yourself some grace if you are doing some of this stuff. If it gets to the point where you're being super self-destructive, taking things out on yourself, please do ask for help from, the divine. Ask for some divine intervention. Talk to someone, professionally, like a therapist or a grief counselor, or someone that can help you kind of function with it. Maybe go to support groups with other people that are experiencing or have experienced those kinds of huge losses. We all lost a lot of people, I think, in 2020, and we lost a lot of relationships then too. That's a different kind of thing, but this last 4 years has just been brutal for a lot of people, myself included. But the strange thing is like sometimes when you're in that deep, deep, deep grief, at least for me, all I could think of was I blamed myself. Especially because I was thinking, I should have known better. For me, it was an ending of a relationship that I was in for a really long time, and I really felt like I really blamed myself. But just because you're intuitive doesn't mean that you allow yourself to listen to your intuition when you're in love with someone. When you're in love with someone, you want to believe what they tell you, so, you kind of gaslight yourself too. So, so give yourself grace. And one of the things that I find really helps, actually, which is the next card, is getting sort of like a little bit of a routine and do something that you love doing first. So whatever you love the most, whatever gives you the most pleasure that you can look forward to, kind of like, okay, so for me it was taking a walk outside, which I didn't usually used to do, but going for a walk is like, it's so great. It's great to be around nature, and also, the air is fresh, and there's always different things, different moods of the world, of nature. The skies are always a little bit different. You can hear the birds. It's good for you to leave your headphones off and actually just really listen to the sounds, of the birds and the wind or the breeze or whatever. It's such a healing experience. So that is kind of my personal sort of like thing that helped me. Then writing, and then some really good strong coffee. But do what feels good to you, and give yourself an hour, if you can, to yourself first thing, to kind of have that peace and make yourself your priority, if you can do that. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. And yeah, the next thing is the Nine of Wands, which is Sun in Sagittarius. And the great thing about this is that, it's the ability, Sun in Sagittarius is such a great, I love that they have the astrological parts on these cards. But the Sun in Sag is like seeing the bigger picture. Maybe, going somewhere that is like a new, maybe you need a change of scenery, or mental change of scenery. I don't know, maybe new video games or something. Not to make light of things, but something that will kind of like put you in and change your perspective, and help you see, like, kind of widen things out. Like, how in a movie sometimes they pull focus and it kind of gives you a bigger point of view. And, definitely, this is, the high priestess, the 2. And so this is, your intuition. So it's that inner vision and reconnecting to yourself, reconnecting to source. Sometimes I feel like, when people go through traumatic things, they're really mad at God. And, just know that if that's where you're at, God, not to get religious, but I feel like God, the universe, spirit, source, Holy Spirit, the force, is understanding of that, because being human is a challenge. So just know that whatever you're going through, it's better when you can kind of connect to yourself and really deeply kind of get in touch with yourself and your soul, sort of, like really reconnect with your own intuition. And you may find that you have dreams that help you work through it. You may have like sudden insights and epiphanies while you're running around, signs, I see feathers sometimes. When my grandmother passed, it was like, I don't know, a day or 2 right afterwards. This card that she had given me fell out, and there was this tiny little butterfly sticker that fell on the desk. So she had given me this little butterfly sticker. She sent me these cards with little stickers and things in them, and so I put it on my mirror so that I could think of her and know that she was thinking of me too. And there are certain things like that that I personally find comforting, and I'm not predicting right now that anyone's going to lose anything or that, but it feels like there's just been a lot of loss in the last few years, and so some people are still really kind of dealing with it, and that's normal. And also there's so much chaos anyway, and just it feels like the whole world is just kind of in some weird backspin. So hopefully things will get better. Anyway, I'm wishing you a beautifully connected to yourself and to the divine, and that you're able to see signs that give you comfort, and hopefully this was comforting. And connecting to your intuition is always such a gift. One of the things that helps me connect a lot too is singing. So, find some music that you love and sing, or or hum, or whatever you do. It's a vagus nerve thing, and it will definitely make you feel a bit more calm and peaceful. Okay, I'm sending you love and light and blessings. Namaste.